Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caroline. Karibuni sana to my channel. For those who are new, karibuni sana, and for those who are returning subscribers, welcome so much. On today's video guys, without wasting much time, as you can see, somewhere in the village where I live, and I'm trying to prepare some lunch, and then I decided to share with you guys the video. So I'll be doing some cooking. I'm going to prepare some, we call it mukimo in our language, here in Kikuyu tribe, but it's basically a mixture of potatoes, some veggies, and maybe maize or any cereals mashed together. So that is what I'm going to prepare, but for me I'll just use potatoes and beans and some pumpkin leaves, and then I mash them together. Plus you can serve it with any stew of your choice, but for me I'll do with beef stew. And still I'll be doing some arrowroots for breakfast tomorrow, because I like taking arrowroots when they are cold with hot tea. So I'll just make them right now, and then I'll store them well for tomorrow morning. So welcome, and please enjoy the video with me. And guys, I'm outside. If you hear any noise, sorry for any inconveniences. There are even some hens roaming around, so don't worry if you see anything funny. So yeah, welcome guys. So on my plate right now I already have my beans here. So as you can see, I already have my beans. This is my fireplace, and I have my beans here which are supposed to boil. That is my fireplace. Yeah, those are my kunis. And then here I have my ingredients that I'm going to use. I have my small spices for the beef, tomatoes, and some spices, which is curry powder with black pepper and beef masala. Plus I have some tomato paste over here, and then I have salt, and then I have some onions with the chili pepper, and then I have the cooking oil, and then plus here I have some potatoes, I have the arrowroot, I have the capsicum, and here I have the pumpkin leaves, which I'm supposed to prepare for the mukimo. Yeah, that is it. Please watch and enjoy with me. So And then for the, now I was washing the arrowroot, guys. So after that, I'm going to use this pot to make the arrowroot. So, and then after washing them, I'll just put them there with water and then add some salt to taste, so that when they are ready, they will be tastier with some salt. Yeah, so I'll let them boil. I'll still cover it and then wait for them to boil. Oh guys, my githeri is boiling, so I just uncover it because it's pouring out some water. So this is what is going on, guys, here. Those are my beans here, so they're still boiling. And then those are my arrowroots. I'll wait for them to boil. Meanwhile, I'll be chopping the potatoes so that I can add them there. Yeah. So guys, apparently I'm peeling the potatoes for the mukimos. So if you come to Kikuyu land, when you come to Kikuyu land, this is what we call our staple food. In Kenya, like in every tribe or in every tribe there are those cultures where you find that in a tribe you'll find they have their staple food, like there's this specific type of food that they do. For example, if there is an event, you'll never lack that kind of food in the event. So here in Kikuyu land, we have the mukimo and githeri. So, but you will find like in other cultures, you can find maybe like for the Kisis, you'll find the plantains. For Kambas, you'll find the one they call mutokoi. If you go to Luya land, you'll never miss ugali, something we call ugali. So we have basically different, and for Luos, you never find fish. So basically, you have this kind of culture. So everywhere, in every event here in Kikuyu land, you never miss mukimo, and you can do it differently. There are some who can prepare the maize or corn with maybe beans, and then add potatoes and mash them. There's somewhere you'll still go and find that they do maize with potatoes and some pumpkin leaves, or there are specific types of veggies which are used to mash them. So you still find it and we still call it mukimo. You still go to somewhere else and then find we have other cereals we mix with maize, and then they mash them with potatoes or maybe even the plantains, and then they still call it mukimo. So it can be done differently. For me, I won't use maize today, but I still love it without maize. Yeah. So guys, I boiled the beef, and now the beef is ready to be fried. I just do a wet fry. So I've added some onions. Yes, some onions. And some salt. And then guys, I added in my beans, after they were almost ready, I added the potatoes so that they can boil together. And I'm still using the cooking stick that I was using to cook here. So the one I'm using to cook the meat is still the one I'm using to stir here. Don't judge me guys, that is how I cook. They are still cooking. And meanwhile, I'll be preparing the veggies for cooking the mukimos. So yeah, that is it guys. So guys, I want to prepare the veggies for the pumpkin leaves to add to the mukimos, and this is how we do it. I've just removed them from their stems or their stalks, and now I want to prepare them the way they're supposed to be. And you just add a little salt on them, so. And then you have to, for them to become like powder form, if you don't have a blender, you can use a blender, or if you don't have a blender, you can, let me use this, the large one, so that you can see well what I'm doing. So if you don't have a blender, you just do this with some salt, and then they'll give you the desired property that you want. You have plenty of water. Let me draw the water first. So that is it. Add some salt until you get the desired thing that you want. You still have plenty of water because I have washed them. So you cannot be able to do it with the salt if they still have plenty of water, because the salt is dissolving. So I have to draw the water first. Yeah, so at least now I can try again. Just crush them with your hands. Add some other salt. Don't worry about the salt, because when I add the leaves to the beans and the potatoes, I won't add a lot of salt. So you see how they are, and just add them in there. So guys, the mukimo, the beans and the potatoes and the veggies are almost ready to be mashed. So before I mash them, I want to prepare some onions, because when you're mashing them, I'll have to add some onions and some oil to the mukimo while mashing them. So I want to prepare the onions for the mashing of the mukimo, and that is it. I'll just prepare here. Just not too much. You can add oil to the till the desire that you want, and then we'll just add the onions. Yeah, I prefer using the spring onions, but since I didn't get them at the market, so I just have to use these red ones. Yeah. my mukimo, my thing is ready to be mashed. So, and sorry guys, I have realized that I've been telling you a story, but I didn't. My phone had an issue of overheating, so it just stopped shooting. So I think I reached at a point where I was telling you about I was imagining to go to Mombasa, and so I got prepared to go to Mombasa. Meanwhile, I'll be finishing the story while mashing this. So I bought a lot of things to go to Mombasa. You know, when you preparing to go to like a vacation, you buy some things. So I spent some money to buy the things, and then I got ready. So I was supposed to be picked on Monday at a place called Muthaiga Square. It's in Nairobi. For those who come from Nairobi, or for those who are in Kenya, might know the place. So it is in Nairobi. So early in the morning, I was supposed to be picked at 8. So because I had a lot of anxiety, I was there by 7. Can you imagine? I was there by 7, and then I waited until 8, and they didn't make any call. So I was curious, but then I couldn't imagine me not going to Mombasa, or I couldn't imagine that they are scam. So I decided to call them, and every number they used to call me with, they were all off. I still couldn't imagine. Guys, can you imagine? I'm just standing there. People are looking at me. There were soldiers there at the gate, and it's like they are used to people being conned over there. So they were just looking at me, and they're like, "What is this girl waiting for here with this bag, with this luggage?" So I waited and waited until 9. They were not still picking my call. So I decided to call my dad. And my father was like, I think the people were con men. So he just urged me to stay there, to wait and see if maybe they will still come, or maybe they will still pick the call. They did still pick the call. I decided to cross the road and went to the other side so that I can find somewhere I could sit. And I waited until 11, but still they didn't pick the call, or either come. So we knew it was a scam. So my dad just told me to go back home because we've already known it's a scam. I was so devastated, guys. I was so heartbroken. But all this taught me one lesson, that I always wait for God to do His things, and when the right time comes, He will still do it, with no pressure, with no trying to bribe or something. So that is what I did. I went home and continued with my other job, and here I am. So that is it, guys. I hope you've learned a lesson like I did, maybe, or maybe you've learned a lesson so that you might never find yourself in that situation. Yeah, guys. So I'm trying to mash this mukimo, but the hands can't. They're still can't allow me to mash them down there the way I was taught with my parents. So I'll have to improvise and place it on this thing. I still continue mashing because here the hands cannot reach. I think it will even be better if I place it here so that you can see what I'm doing. Guys. So, you mash it until every potato is mashed. Let me add some little salt. And the onions, I'll still add these onions that I fried. And the pan is so hot, so I have to be careful with it. So this is how they do it in the village, guys. Maybe if you're in a modern setup, it would be maybe something different, or maybe what I'm using would be different, but this is what I have for now. You mash it until it is all mashed. Mukimo. So you still mash it. So you just mash it. Until you see it has the right consistency. So you can still see some potatoes which are not mashed, and it's good to mash it when it's direct from the fire because it will be still hot and easy to mash. But if you let them to get cold, you will struggle to mash them. Yeah, so guys, what I'll do, because I'm done, I just taste what I've prepared and tell you how it tastes. I wish you were here to taste with me, but since you're not here, I'll do the same for you. And this is the arrowroot. I've just peeled them, and then I'm supposed to store them for breakfast. Then the mukimo is here, and then my beef was ready, and here it is. I'm taking the mukimo with the beef. Whoa, it is so sweet, guys. So we have a lot of chicken here, so please guys forgive me. But guys, this is the mukimo, this is the beef stew, and this is the arrowroot. And let me tell you, here, it is so sweet, guys. So you can prepare mukimo with stew. You can add some cabbage, maybe some veggies, or maybe mukimo with veggies, or maybe you can serve with the stew, any stew of your choice. So guys, that is it for today. Please consider subscribing to that channel, to my channel, guys, and let us work together. Kindly you might comment and tell me what you want me to prepare next. So until next time, have a good one. Bye. Let me get rid of them because of this chicken. Bye.